This is the second part of some tips how you can keep yourself accountable in your fitness journey, but also in your life goals achieving journey. If you haven't watched the first part on this topic yet, you can click on the tab in the corner of this video or on the link in the description below to see my first part. And this second part is about sharing some other tips of mine and also sharing some new tips, new hacks, new stuff that I'd like to include in my routine because I believe that these are really powerful and influencing. So let's get started and start with the first thing, which is audio. Music in general has a huge impact on us as well, and we can choose what kind of a vibe we want to immerse ourselves in. It can be something chilling, relaxing, or something soft, or motivational, hardcore, and so on. In the beginning of my fitness journey, these motivational speeches, especially on Spotify, I have this whole playlist saved, helped me tremendously because at that time I didn't want to do anything, like really. But because I was listening to this playlist every day and everywhere, like on the bus, while walking, or in the gym, especially during cardio on the treadmill, these speeches wired my brain and brainwashed me to become a completely different person, to become more disciplined, hardworking, dedicated. It helped me to forget about my temporary weak mood and transform myself to be someone that I have never been before. There is another type of audio that I started listening a year ago, and this is crazy funk songs. Whenever I listen to these crazy funk songs, my energy, my strength and mood while lifting weights in the gym boost on a different level. They help me to get into my zone and work hard like a dog, especially when I'm on the treadmill and I spend a long time doing repetitive movements such as running and walking. This type of music helped me not to get bored and just work hard as hell. I will link these two playlists of motivational speeches and funk music songs in the description below, so you can try yourself and then let me know if it works on you as well. Funny enough, TikTok itself has crazy and dope sounds or remixes and motivational speeches for grinding as well. In fact, I often have my TikTok opened while lifting in the gym and I listen to these sounds, even though they are just like 10, 20 or 30 seconds long. Most of the songs that I discover are from TikTok, and then I'll find these songs on the Spotify and then save it and listen to the full version. Let's move to the second thing, the second tool, which is a calendar. Google Calendar makes my day so much productive. Since using it properly, I've been accomplishing so much of my personal work during my daily routines. I'm now so focused on content creation that I nearly don't consume content anymore. I shifted from being a content consumer to a content creator. I used to spend hours scrolling on social media and reading comics daily. But now I don't have time for that anymore, and I don't even want to do that anymore because I'm so busy minding my own business, building something for myself. I like setting daily tasks and making time blocks for each task, and whenever the task is done, I love marking them as completed. And it just feels so good when you know that you accomplish things that you set for the day. And it works just like a to-do list, you know? I just love that feeling. Even though these tasks are just small things, but actually these small things and small goals matter a lot in the long run. This calendar of mine has the same principle like the yearly goal list that I talked about in the previous video, in the first part. I tend to plan a bit more, I tend to create my daily schedules a bit tight, so I wouldn't have time to waste on unnecessary things that wouldn't level up my life. The only problem here is that I haven't set a specific period for my day off yet. for my day when I wouldn't work at all, but this is a work in the process. My progress is another thing that reminds me of what I'm doing every single day matters, and that's definitely worth it, even though sometimes it looks like I'm stuck forever and you might not see any big differences on daily basis, but if you look at your progress from a further perspective of months and years, you will see that these daily improvements, these small daily improvements accumulate into something bigger, mental and physical transformation. Sometimes we need to slow down a little bit, look back and acknowledge your achievements and your effort that you put into yourself. Be grateful and appreciate how far you have come. Not only that you will be proud of yourself, but this is such a strong reminder that if you have done it once, you can repeat it as many times as you wish. And that is amazing motivation for you to keep going and keep working on yourself for better tomorrows. One day your future self will look back at you right now and will be so thankful for your daily decisions that you are making in the present moment. I think that is all of my hacks or tools that help me keep being accountable in my journey, but there are still new things that I'd like to include in my routines. Even though I do have friends with good hearts, I don't have anyone who would be similar to me, who would have the similar mindset and work ethic, who can relate to me and understand my struggles. Like, I don't need much. I just need one closer friend that I can talk to on daily basis or a few times a week, who I can share my thoughts and my plan and my excitement, who I can discuss and talk about deeper things in life, who I can support in their journey as well and encourage each other, But right now I'm just a completely lone wolf, and I know that it's completely normal and okay, because I'm in this phase where I'm not the old version of myself anymore for several years already. I can't get along and I can't understand with most people, but at the same time, I am not the new successful version of me yet who would have these great outcomes to be surrounded by similar successful people. So this is the in-between lonely phase that is very hard and challenging, but I know that every successful person, or most of these people, have to go through this phase. This is a challenge that they need to overcome by themselves. But just by being patient and dedicated, hardworking, disciplined, eventually you can get to the other positive side one day. So my goal is to find new friends who have similar mindset, interests, and goals like I have. So we could help and support each other. We could share our insights and experiences. We can talk about more meaningful stuff. Friends who are creators, who build projects, who are resilient and disciplined, who are willing to outwork most people, who are obsessed and driven with what they do. Friends who are willing to take risk, the uncertainty, who are willing to invest in themselves, who are not afraid of repeated failures, who can devote insane hours into something that may not earn absolutely nothing, but because it's their dream, they will keep doing no matter what. Like these people with this strong and special mindset, these are my people. Until then, social media content is the most powerful form of socializing that keeps me accountable and in touch with this circle of people, which makes me feel less lonely, and I feel motivated whenever I see any kind of post in this niche. I want to create a bulletproof list. It is basically a collection of the most powerful content that revokes the most emotions towards grinding on my dream in me personally. You know, each content has a different impact on you, and each post influences you on different levels, some at lower, others at higher. This bulletproof list will be made of content that I have mad respect for, and I will use this list whenever I feel like a weak bitch. The purpose of this list is to brainwash myself in times that I need it the most. Sometimes you just need to navigate yourself by manipulating with yourself and surrounding yourself with the right stuff. You need to know what works on you and plan things ahead. Be prepared for these hard times because they will come. So yeah, these were the hacks and tools that help me stay focused and on track. I wasn't born like this. Sure, that must have been something in me already, but to grow to this extent, it's all about your life circumstances, the people you meet, the books you read, the films and movies you watch, the people you follow, your daily choices. We all have limited time and energy, and it's all up to us where we want to invest our precious assets and eventually get results from it. So if you are being toxic and you are sharing toxicity, you are investing in toxic relationship, you are getting toxic back into your life. But if you are building something for society, you are nourishing people around you, you are working on yourself, investing in right things, eventually you will earn the results that you deserve. And that's just life. So choose wisely. That's all I have for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.